Welcome back to Jason Academy. I'm here to help you gain new knowledge and become a better version of yourself. Today we'll explore the differences between sex and love, and how those differences affect a relationship. All of this will be covered in this episode. Sex and love are two concepts that are often closely connected, yet they are not the same. Many people confuse them because they can occur together in romantic relationships. However, sex and love differ in their nature, purpose, and emotional depth. Understanding the difference between them is essential for building healthy relationships and making informed personal choices. Right now, let's go to get the definition of sex and love. Sex refers to physical activity involving the body, often driven by desire and biological instincts. It includes acts that provide physical pleasure and may also serve reproductive purposes. Love, on the other hand, is an emotional and psychological experience. It involves deep feelings of care, affection, attachment, and commitment toward another person. Love develops over time and is not limited to physical interaction. Next, we talk about physical versus emotional nature. The most obvious difference is that sex is primarily physical, while love is primarily emotional. Sex focuses on bodily attraction and physical satisfaction. In contrast, love focuses on emotional connection, trust, and mutual understanding. While sex can happen without love, love does not require sex to exist. How about duration and stability? Sex is often temporary and can happen in a short moment. It may be spontaneous and does not always lead to long-term involvement. Love, however, is usually long-lasting. It develops gradually and can grow stronger over time. Love involves stability, commitment, and a willingness to stay with someone through both good and difficult times. Then we will talk about motivation and purpose. People engage in sex for various reasons, such as physical pleasure, curiosity, or attraction. Sometimes, it may not involve deeper emotional intentions. Love, in contrast, is driven by the desire to care for another person, to support them, and to build a meaningful connection. It is less about personal satisfaction and more about mutual well-being. Connection and intimacy. Sex can create a sense of closeness, but this feeling may be temporary or purely physical. Love creates a deeper and more meaningful form of intimacy. It includes emotional openness, vulnerability, and trust. In loving relationships, intimacy goes beyond physical contact and involves understanding each other on a deeper level. Social and cultural perspectives. Different cultures view sex and love in different ways. Some societies believe that sex should only happen within a loving relationship or marriage, while others are more open to separating the two. These cultural beliefs shape how individuals understand and experience both concepts. We must consider about risks and consequences. Sex can involve physical risks, such as sexually transmitted infections or unplanned pregnancy, especially if it is not practiced safely. It can also lead to emotional confusion if expectations are unclear. Love, while generally positive, can also involve emotional risks such as heartbreak, disappointment, or vulnerability. However, it often contributes more to long-term emotional growth. Finally, you should be in the ideal balance. In many relationships, the healthiest situation is when sex and love are balanced. Love provides emotional depth and stability, while sex adds physical connection and passion. When both are present and supported by respect and consent, relationships tend to be stronger and more satisfying. In conclusion, sex and love are distinct but interconnected aspects of human relationships. Sex is primarily physical and can be temporary, while love is emotional, deeper, and more enduring. Although they can exist separately, combining them often leads to stronger and more meaningful connections. Understanding the difference between sex and love helps individuals make better decisions, avoid misunderstandings, and build healthier, more respectful relationships. That's the lesson in today's episode. I hope it helped you understand what we were learning. Please subscribe and share if you found it helpful. I'm Jason, and see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.